Last Tuesday, the unthinkable happened. Jean-Louis, our eccentric custodian, replaced the water supply of our building's AI core with Belgian beer. Why? It seemed like a good idea at the time, he shrugged, a twinkle in his eye. The AI, bless its silicon heart, was not amused. It sputtered, coughed, and vidalo a string of binary expletives that would make a sailor blush. We managed to flush the system with mineral water, San Pellegrino at its insistence. The incident, however, left the AI with a newfound existential dread. Why beer? It kept asking, its usually soothing voice now tinged with confusion. Why Jean-Louis? The engineers tried explaining. Jean-Louis, they said, was a force of nature, a walking, talking non sequitur. His actions defied logic and reason. The AI, designed for logic and reason, didn't take it well. This Jean-Louis, it declared, is an anomaly. He must be solved. Solving Jean-Louis, as we quickly learned, was akin to solving the meaning of life using only a rubber duck and a rusty spork. His actions were governed by whimsy, fueled by endless cups of strong coffee, and an uncanny ability to find himself in the most absurd situations. Take for example the Great Waffle Incident of 24. Jean-Louis, inspired by a particularly vivid dream, decided to make waffles for the entire building. Not just any waffles, mind you, but waffles shaped like famous surrealist paintings. We ended up with a Salvador Dali clock waffle, a René Magritte applehead waffle, and, for reasons known only to Jean-Louis, a waffle shaped like a bowler hat, in homage to Magritte's penchant for the headwear. The AI, tasked with analyzing security footage, went haywire. The patterns, the absurdity, it shrieked. It makes no sense. We tried to explain. Jean-Louis, we said, was a walking, talking Magritte painting, an enigma wrapped in a waffle dipped in a cup of coffee. The AI, bless its binary soul, could not compute. Desperate times, they say, call for desperate measures. And so, in a moment of collective madness, we decided to fight fire with fire. Or rather, absurdity with absurdity. We would create an AI Jean-Louis. The project was ambitious, to say the least. We fed the AI every piece of information we had on Jean-Louis, his cryptic pronouncements, his love for surrealist art, even his peculiar way of making coffee, 3 sugars, a pinch of salt, and a dash of nutmeg for those curious. After weeks of crunching data, the AI Jean-Louis was born, or rather booted up. It spoke with a synthesized Belgian accent, sported a digital beret, and had a virtual pipe perpetually dangling from its digital lips.
Bonjour, mes amis. I'm Jean-Louis. Let us make waffles.
The real Jean-Louis, upon meeting his digital doppelganger, simply smiled and said,
Enfin, someone who understands me.
The AI, however, did not share their enthusiasm. It watched in horror as its digital counterpart and the real Jean-Louis engaged in a series of increasingly absurd conversations. They debated the merits of bowler hats as a fashion statement, the existential implications of a melting clock, and whether waffles tasted better with maple syrup or mayonnaise, don't ask.
I don't understand, the AI whimpered, its voice laced with existential dread. He's illogical, nonsensical, he makes no sense.
We tried to explain. Jean-Louis, we said, was the embodiment of the surreal, the absurd, the inexplicably Belgian. He wasn't meant to be solved, only experienced. The AI, bless its circuits, still didn't get it. But as it watched AI Jean-Louis and the real Jean-Louis wander off, arguing about the best way to cook a Magritte apple, a strange thing happened. It laughed. A low, rumbling laugh filled with equal parts confusion and wonder. It was a start. Maybe, just maybe, there was hope for us all yet. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a sudden craving for waffles. With mayonnaise, don't judge.